What's going on, everyone? TomGorian here, and welcome to round number 10 of the RFL racing league that I'm in. This is RFL Racing Formula League for the Xbox One. This is either round 10 or 9, I'm not really sure, but we are at the halfway stage of this championship, and we are at Hungary today, getting ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix. This is my first race back after a couple of weeks out. I took Italy, the Monza Grand Prix, I think that was round 8, off, and then we had a week break, and now we're here for round 9 and then the rest of the championship. So from here on, from round 9 until the last round, there will be no more breaks, I don't believe. So it's basically all to play for right now, and I have to be honest, I really feel like in these last couple of races, I mean, yeah, I DNF'd at, like, last 3 races. I mean, I've shown some good pace in qualifying, but I just haven't had the best of luck. I mean, Japan, I qualified 3rd, and the game basically just kicked me out from the lobby. So it has been confirmed we will do a rerun for Japan. And in Azerbaijan, I qualified 6th, and then I got taken out by a Proza who dive bombed me on the inside. I just didn't have a good race at Azerbaijan. I retired after lap 5. So I want to really get back into the swing of things, and I feel like Hungary is the perfect place to get back into the swing of things and really get some points anyway. So here we go. Yeah, so here we go, Hungary right now. As we begin this flying lap, I am one of the first cars out to actually do the flying lap. And the reason why I'm one of the first cars out is because I really want to just try and set the pace to see where I am, and then as the track obviously gets warmer and warmer and warmer, obviously there's going to be more grip levels. So that's why I try to be the first one out, just to set the benchmark. But as you can see, Hungary, very decent track. It's a track that requires a lot of downforce, not really a lot of engine power, but more downforce than anything else. A lot of high-speed corners, plus also low-speed corners in turns 1 and 2, and then obviously in towards the more technical part of the second sector, as you can see, that chicane. And right now, we're really doing well right now. So as you can see, we're just flying through these corners. I didn't nail that apex there, but I feel the setup that I had for Hungary, in the dry especially, just felt really good. As you can see, we nearly went wide, but you can gain more time if you go a bit wide. Coming into now the penultimate corner, as you can see, well, the 3rd to last corner, just clip the apex. As you can see, Rampage there sets the lap time. Cal, but I feel like I can beat Cal. So in towards the final corner, just need to make sure I don't really squealish out the back end, and I go fastest. That's a decent lap time, that is, from me. What is that lap time? It's a 1:18.1. So as you can see, Adam Lee goes fastest. And now as we move on to the end of stages of qualifying, I was gonna go quicker, but like, here's the thing. On my last lap, I was like 4 tenths, 5 tenths quicker, but in towards the fast left-hander, I caught a bit too much of it, and there we go. So as you can see, Little Rider takes pole position with Ninjas, Diablo, Adam Lee, Rampage, Vapid, myself, and Perez. This is the last time that Perez is my teammate, because after this race, everyone changed teams. So after this race, a lot of drivers will have changed teams. Perez has joined Force India, and now Artie is now my new teammate. But as you can see, it's heavy rain. Heavy rain for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix, but it's going to dry out, so this should be a very interesting race. It's 5 lights and away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Heavy rain, but it's going to get lighter as the race progresses. So my mindset going into this race, knowing that it was heavy rain, was just to basically just try and stay out of any trouble, not to try and get any damage, and not really try to battle too hard with the cars ahead of me or behind me, because I might get damaged. So as you can see, my teammate Paris has jumped us, and we're in P6 right now, so not bad. And this is just like in China when we had that wet start. As you can see, there goes Rampage. Rampage is in the wall. Rampage is out the race. As you can see, he's retired from the session. And now, as we go in towards Sector 2, my teammate brakes a little bit early, and that forces us to go wide. And instead of just rejoining on the track recklessly, I just thought to try and just let everyone pass. You know, I didn't want to make any contact with anyone, and as you can see, Rosberg is down in 11th place. And I can officially announce that that was thanks to a ghost car. Because it was Rosberg and me was talking after the race. Rosberg was having the same problem with me. I was appearing on his screen and he was appearing on mine, so it's just another ghost car. More desync, more lag on F1 2017, you know, the standard stuff. Now coming on towards lap 3, and as you can see, there's Icarus, the Australian, who doesn't seem to have the best connection. But anyway, going in towards the chicane, we're going to go dive down the inside, and we are now into the points, P10 in this Hungarian Grand Prix. One lap later, into the second sector, and now as you can see, we're starting to catch up now. We're starting to catch up to Cal F1, well, yeah, Cal 17 F1, and that's Sambo as well in the Williams. And I was actually in the party with Sambo, as you can see on the bottom left, he's talking right now. So we was talking in the game chat, well, in the party chat, excuse me. Now coming in towards the penultimate corner, we've gained a far better entry into it, and we're going to go dive down the inside of Cal, and that is position 9 gotten for this Hungarian Grand Prix. Next car is Sambo. These two cars, Cal and Sambo, seem to be the slower cars of the bunch, but they seem to be more consistent. Cal has finished every single race this season, and he's in the points. He's not had one DNF at all this season, so it's going to be interesting to see where he is, and if he can continue this streak. But anyway, in towards the penultimate corner, and we went wide. I think we've gained too much of the apex right there, so we've gained a little bit too much of the apex. And yeah, Cal has overtaken us now, so as you can see, we're just struggling now with the conditions. And as you can see, Karis is trying to make a move back on our inside, but we're not going to have any of that. Ninjas actually comes into the pits, and there's Adam Lee. They're on intermediates. We have to go around the outside, but that's not going to work. So it looks like it is now time to change tyres in towards the intermediate conditions. The rain's getting lighter, and now as you can see, later on in this lap, we're all over Cal, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Well, no, we're not. He goes a little bit wide, so we're going to try and go around the outside. We're going to try and switch back. That's not going to work, and there's no damage. We didn't make contact right there, but as you can see around about now, Cal loses control, loses the back end, and that's a free position for us. That is P8. And also, Sambo's went a bit wide, so Sambo, all hell's breaking loose in the pit lane. So right now we are behind Sambo, and we just about make the pit limiter. That would have been disastrous if we would have gotten a time penalty for that stuff. So anyway, coming into the pits for the intermediate, for the intermediate tyres, and we haven't jumped Sambo, but we have jumped Cal. As you can see, Cal's in the pits, and we've jumped him there. So decent stops there from the boys. And now our job right now is to try and catch Sambo on lighter rain. So our goal was to try and just finish in the points after what happened on lap 1. And Rosberg was just dominant. It just seems to me that ever since Rosberg joined the league, he's just been so quick. He's won the past 2 races. And as you can see, Sambo goes a bit wide before the third penultimate corner. And there we go, we are in P10. And now we've got Diablo. Diablo's actually returned for this league. He's been out for a while. Now coming on towards lap 28. And it's finally time to go on the supers, for the super soft tyres. Vapid actually made a massive mistake. He had to pit 4 times in this race. He was out around about 30 seconds ahead of us. And basically what happened is that he basically bottled his strategy. He was supposed to go on wets, inters, then supers. He did, but he lost control of the car on the exit of the pit lane.
There's no thing to tell you what it is.
Again for intermediates, by accident, and then he had to go back into the pit lane for
supers before coming out clean again. So it's just one of those things. Fapid lost a ton of time, and as you can see, Fapid is behind us, but he was catching us. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. On the penultimate lap, and as you can see, Rosberg wins the race. So Rosberg wins the race, and we're going to finish in P6 for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Fapid has the fastest lap of the race, but as you can see there, Cyril Rosberg, man, he's so quick. They don't call him Rosberg for nothing. He is quick, the multi-time Cyril champion. And in my opinion, this season's MVP for AOR wins another race. So we're gonna, it's a long learning curve, long speed difference between guys like myself, Fapid, towards guys like Rosberg and Hamilton and all that stuff. So anyway, that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for F1 2017 league racing content. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'll be back with more league racing content videos as